Well, hello there, Blade Gang, and Happy New Year. If you're seeing this on New Year's or a day after, it should be dropping on YouTube somewhere around that time. Well, I saw this on White Mountain Knives and I was intrigued because, yes, it's a fixed blade by Civivi, parent company, We Knife Company. And it is the M2 Backup C2016C. And it is a fixed blade knife, as I said, by Civivi. And I am opening it for the first time. Okay, call this an unboxing. We had what felt like a pretty heavy little package, and probably should have opened this ahead of time. Oh, look at that. I can do it without a knife. So here we have a very robust Kydex sheath, as you can see. See if we can amp up the light a little more for you there. So very thick, nicely made with Civivi's version of a tech lock on the back. They've actually got their name branded on there, which is interesting. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of hiding in the molded portion. There it is. We have the usual stickers. And looks like a microfiber cloth and instructions. I'm not going to take those out. And looks like we actually have a knife in the box here too. Isn't that interesting? Protective cardboard, cellophane. Yep. And a little protection on the tip. Call that a knife prophylaxis, right? Sorry about that. Bad humor if it is. Well, look at this. We have an attractive little fixed blade knife. Pretty solid, heavy in the hand. Look at the blade stock on that guy. Well, this is a design by Alexander Knives. And it's a name that's somewhat familiar to me, but I haven't researched it, so apologies. We're just kind of looking at the knife today. It is a large-handled, or I should say full-handled, small-bladed knife. Again, the M2 Backup. And we're going to take some measurements on it, since I didn't do that yet. Let's look at this interesting blade stock first. 4 millimeters, so it's on the thick side. Certainly not for a fixed blade knife necessarily. I got a new setup here, so if I run into things, it's because my hands don't know where they're going. Let's try the handle thickness. It isn't too thick, I don't think. Under a ½ inch, 0.48. That's good. And get the old tape measure out here. Let's get the overall length, which is 8 inches. The blade is a short-ish 3 1/8. And we have what looks like a sharpened swedge, but it is not, as you can see. Very much not sharpened, which is kind of good because it's legal in more areas. And it gives you a little bit more of a robust tip. Let's catch a weight on it. It does not feel like a light one. Why don't you spin that around so everybody can see the weight? All right, it's 5 ounces. It feels handle heavy and is handle heavy because look at the length of the handle compared to the blade. Why don't we do this while we're at it? Weigh it up with the sheath since that's what you're going to be carrying on your belt or in your pocket. That gives us 8 ounces. So we got a 5-ounce knife and a 3-ounce Kydex sheath. A very solid looking Kydex sheath, by the way. Oh, look at that. Designed by Bob Terzola. That's the last thing I expected to see. You see that? Terzola and his maker's mark, the dragon, Mayan dragon. So I believe he may be the Tech-Lock innovator. I'm not 100% sure, but that's interesting news. So we have a nice little Kydex sheath, which I can't thumb off. So looks like it's, wow, gonna need to break in a little bit or be worn on the belt, which is kind of how it's designed there. But sometimes I like taking those Tech-Lock sheaths off. I'm sure you saw my video with the fixed blade knives you can carry in a pocket. Well, that was an idea about how you can take these little knives, dump them in a front pocket with or without a Tech-Lock on them. I would take that off if it was going in the front pocket. And carry it there instead of on the belt, since you've got an overall length of about 8 inches. Might stick out of the pocket a little bit, depends on whether you got deep or deeper jeans pockets or shallow ones. Nice satin finish on this with a simple one name, Alexander knives. Again, though, made by Civivi. Civivi, again, being a wee company, a budget line. This was about a $60 knife on White Mountain. Feels good in the hand. You do have 2 finger grooves. They're not too pronounced. And when they give you only 2, it's usually pretty comfortable for most people. Got a lot on the end there, so it allows you to set your hand back a little bit. There's no jimping on the blade. And for comparison today, let me bring something else out. So here is the recently reviewed Sea Snake by CJRB. Artisan. Actually, no, it's Artisan. Sorry about that. I was going to say it's CJRB, but they've marketed this as Artisan. This is the Sea Snake, a Mike Emler design, and it is a small fixed blade knife. Didn't think it was going to be, but that's a good inch and a quarter shorter overall, with let's see, about the same blade length. If we go to the handle, of course you've got the big choil on the Sea Snake. So interesting little comparison there. And the Sea Snake is much, much lighter. How much lighter, you ask? Let's see. Zero that out. The Sea Snake is a scant 2.295, call it 2.3 ounces. Wow. And what do we say on this guy? 5 ounces. Did I say 5 or 5.5? Oh well, try it again. Yeah, 511. So more than double the weight, and you can feel it. I mean, look what you got here for stock versus the sea snake. Not saying one's better than the other, different purposes. They're all tools. Yeah, they're collectibles, but they're tools. So let's focus back on the artisan. Civivi. Getting all my brands mixed up here. These come in a green, a desert tan, and the black. I kind of hemmed and hawed a little bit back and forth. But they're all the same price. I figured I'd just go with the black. If it was going to be concealed, it's a little more concealable, got less color jumping out on your belt or what have you. But that's my rationale. But they're all the same price, or about 60 bucks. On White Mountain Knives, don't forget to use your discount code OLDSWORD for 10% off. I think this could be a useful little knife. It's called the backup. Which you're backing up, I'm not sure. You could consider it to be a defensive knife. But, you know, it's got the swage that allows that. But also a pretty high grind. And the steel, by the way, if I didn't mention it, these are things I missed that later on I have to put in the notes. But this is D2. So pretty decent little edge there, smooth edge, nothing too aggressive, something you could dress up. It is a hollow grind, okay, definitely a hollow grind. And you got plenty of beef there. I mean, if you're going to use it for hard use, looks like it would hold up. I thought it was interesting, grabbed it for you guys. You might be interested as well. Again, check them out, White Mountain Knives, or whoever your dealer of preference is. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. This Old Sword, signing out, and Happy New Year.